What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Playmaker Wave the playbook. Hey, y'all read the title, man. Students made $15K using this simple trading strategy.
Now, if this is your first time on the channel, welcome. I appreciate you giving this video a chance. Make sure to hit that bell and sub button because we don't just post weekly content like this, but we also post trade breakdowns, trading tip videos, trading plan videos, trading psychology videos, and most importantly, we live stream and live trade every day, London session 3 AM EST on this very same channel. We also have a free signal and free Telegram. There's the first link in the description. This is how we did last month, October. We caught a total of 157,608 pips, 125,674 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. In the month 32.5, giving us an 86% win rate. Now this is how we did last quarter. July, we went 34 wins, 3 losses. August, we took 45 wins, 7 losses. And in September, we took 27 wins, 4 losses, catching 105,389 pips July, 219,708 pips in August, and 16,634 pips in September, giving us a total of 341,731 pips caught, 323,385 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. In the quarter, 106 wins, 14 losses, giving us an 88% win rate. Every trade posted has the date, the time the trade was posted, my personal entry, SL, TPs, how many people viewed or entered the trade, reactions, and of course those TPs getting hit. So make sure to go ahead and check that out. Now let's get straight into this video. So we're going to be breaking this down into 5 steps. So make sure to watch to the very end because we're going to break down literally step by step these rules that I teach my members and students to follow on a daily basis. So the first rule, very simple. You got to identify the trend. We make money based on what? The direction price is going, whether it goes in our favor or against our favor. That's how we make or lose money. And since we do not control the markets, it is super important to understand how the markets work. Because believe it or not, there is no random candlesticks. There's literally rules and script. And a cycle price always follows, and that's on literally every single time frame. Now, I personally recommend to start and identify the trend on the daily time frame because that's how price works. That's how price moves. Price moves on a day by day, week by week, month by month basis. So what happens a lot of times when you jump straight into a smaller chart and try to identify the trend on the smallest chart, that's how you get caught in those liquidity sweeps, those fake outs, and things like that. I've found a lot of success when I went from going from the smaller time frames to starting and beginning on the bigger time frames, then working my way down. But you don't just want to identify the trend, you want to follow the trend. Only go for buys if we're in an uptrend. Only go for sells if we're in a downtrend. Now, if you do not understand how to identify the trend, go ahead and pause this video and watch the video. It's going to pop up on the top left or right side of your screen. I break down how to identify trends and trend reversals in that video. Again, it is very important that you understand how price works because that's why y'all be stressed and having all these emotions when you're in the trades and these setups. Because again, if I put my hard-earned money on the line, but I don't know what's going on in the markets, but I know I'm in drawdown or I'm flickering in and out of it, I'm gonna freak out too. I'm gonna be biting my fingernails too. I'm gonna have this anxiety too. So it literally makes sense why people have this struggle, but this is gonna help you avoid and end that struggle. I promise y'all. So that brings us into number 2, enter off support resistance levels. Now, if you do not understand what support resistance is or how it works, again, I got y'all. Go ahead and watch this video that just popped up on the top left or right side of your screen. This breaks down basically the method to the madness, and I also got some other videos where I show you how to identify the support resistance levels. But the reason why you want to enter off support and resistance levels is because, again, as you can see here, price, when it hits these lines on my screen, has these reactions. Like you literally see when price hit this level, how it rejected and dropped down. And also how when price hit, matter of fact, I got y'all. Matter of fact, let me just show y'all. I think me showing y'all will make a lot more sense. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to show y'all. So we're going to up the speed because we don't need it that slow, right? So let me just show y'all. Right, so just pay attention to how price bounces and reacts to these levels. So when we enter off these key price levels and exit off these key price levels, as well as go with the flow of price, we have all these things going in our favor because, again, we do not control the market. So we go for a buy and we're in an uptrend. We enter off support levels. Look at that. We had the direction of price going in our favor as well as price getting a push and bounce like a trampoline essentially in their direction as well. So when you go with the volume and flow of price and then enter and exit off these levels, as you can see, you'll have that extra oomph in your trades, right? That's how we're able to catch these huge moves to the upside or downside, right? And this again works on literally everything. This is US 30, same thing. Enter buys off support, enter sells off of resistance. I just showed you 3 different charts. I can do this all day. Enter buys off support, sells off resistance. So that's going to bring us to number 3, which is you want to risk the same percentage every trade. One of the biggest issues I used to have when I first started trading was that I'd be winning a lot more than I lost, but what I noticed is when I lose a trade, it will cancel out my wins, if not more than one of my wins, and that is a huge issue. And the reason why, well, first I want you to pause this video, go into your MT4, MT5, go to your trade history. If you see way more red than blue, that is an issue, but I want you to take a deeper look at it. If your wins are getting canceled out by your losses, that's an even bigger issue, and that's most likely because you're under leveraging on one trade or over leveraging on another, or it has something to do with the next step we're going to talk about, which is number 4, risk to reward. So we're going to kind of talk about both of these at the same time. So first we're going to talk about the percentage, why you want to risk the same percentage every trade, and then we're going to dive into the risk to reward part of it. All right, so let me just give you an example. Let's say I took 3 trades. Let's say I risk the same amount every single trade. So let's say it's a standard lot size. Now let's say my first trade is a 25 pip stop loss, my second trade is a 50 pip stop loss, and my third trade is a 100 pip stop loss. One of the biggest questions I get almost all the time when I'm live streaming or in my DMs is, wait, what's a good lot size for a 2K account? What's a good lot size for a $500 account? What's a good lot size for a 5K account? There is no magic lot size. There is no magic time frame. None of that stuff's true. None of that stuff exists. You need to enter and calculate your lot size based on the position you're taking. So again, let's go back to that example. Let's say my stop loss gets hit on all 3 of those trades. Am I going to lose the same amount on all 3 of those trades? No, I'm going to lose way more on the 50 pip stop loss than the 25. I'm going to lose way more on the 100 pip stop loss than both the 25 and the 50 pip stop loss combined. All right, so if you do not know how to calculate your lot size or count pips, again, I got y'all. Go ahead and pause this video and watch the video that's popping up at the top left or right side of your screen. This video breaks down how to count pips. That's pips on Forex pairs as well as indices and stocks like that. So make sure to watch that video because again, it's important to understand all these things. A lot of y'all be skipping these steps and that's why y'all struggle so much. If you do not fully understand and comprehend what you're doing, you're going to struggle and make a lot of mistakes that are unnecessary. Speaking from experience. So now let's go back into number 4, which is a risk to reward. Now, risk to reward is literally what it sounds like, what you're risking versus what your reward is. You want to go for 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 minimum risk to reward setups. Now, why do you want to go for 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 minimum? Because again, we are investing. So we want to make smart investments. We want to, if we're going to risk our hard-earned money in the markets, we want to make it worth the investment, worth the risk. So if we're risking our money and we're going to make at least 2 to 3 times our risk, that is a good investment. You're going to get a return on your investment. Versus if we risk $100 and the most we can make is $30, that is not a good risk to reward. Versus if we risk $100 and we can potentially make $200 or $300, that is a good risk to reward. So also the reason why you want to go for 1 to 3 to 1 to 2 minimum risk to reward setups is because, as we all know, there's no 100% win rate. Even though it was close last month and this month, there's no 100% win rate. Losses are inevitable. So the way to minimize your losses and also take full advantage of your wins is by risking the same amount and then going for the same risk to reward setups each time. Let me show you an example. We got the handy dandy calculator, right? And if you fully don't understand how risk to reward works, I got y'all video popping up. Again, I tell y'all, I got videos for almost everything, right? So let's say we got a $2,000 account and let's say we're risking $50 per trade, right? So let's say we got a $2,000 account and we're risking $50 per trade. So let's say we take a loss, we're down $50. So the next trade, you want to continue, like we said, to risk the same amount every single trade, which is $50. So what if the next trade is a winner and we make 3 times our risk? So what is 50 times 3? That is 150. So now let's go back to the 2K account. We're down $50, but then we just won 150, or we made $150. So even though we're 1-1 for the day or the week, we're still up for the week. Now let's give it another example. Let's say, we took 2 losses. but we don't risk more. We risk the same amount and we trust the process. 1 to 3 risk reward can even cancel out 2 losses. So that's why it's super important to stay consistent with literally everything. And that brings us into step number 5, the final step, which is to have patience. All these videos online where you see people say, "How I made X amount of dollars in 30 minutes, 5 minutes, an hour," that is all false. They are marketing and lying to you. It is very rare, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it is very rare that you open the chart, immediately enter a trade, and close a trade within an hour. You're going to have to wait at least an hour, sometimes 2 hours, if not more, depending on the market conditions, for your confirmations and the setup to come to you. So a lot of y'all are impatient. You have to be patient. Again, we do not control the market. So who are we to say price is taking too long to do something when we don't control the markets? So just trust your analysis and simply wait for price to come to you and show you what it's trying to do. Price is always going to show you what it's going to do and what it's trying to do, and price is always going to throw hints at you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns you may have. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join a free signal room, free Telegram. If you're interested in learning how I mark off these levels just like this, or interested in the signal room or mentorship, links are in the description. But before you purchase or decide or make a decision, let me show you a little bit what comes with the advanced play signal room. So the advanced play signal room, we trade Tokyo session exclusively with the members, we trade London session, and then New York. Just like the Sunday chart analysis I drop in the free signal room, I drop one every day during New York session called the New York price watch list. This is where I go over the trades we took during Tokyo session, London session, and possible setups going into New York. I don't just say we're looking for buys or looking for sells. I explain why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and then I take it a step further and go over key price points to look for entries and exits on. As you can see here, I call this signal. You see I'm walking y'all through what's going on with the trades we're in. I'm giving y'all updates to what I talked about in the New York price watch list. And then of course you see me showing y'all screenshots to visually show y'all what's going on behind the scenes, or what I see on my end behind the scenes. All right, we also have exclusive live streams that we go live during New York news events at least twice a week. And just like the London session lives, if you missed the live, they're recorded and posted in here so you can watch them when you get a chance. You have access to over 500 videos of daily chart analysis and weekly live streams. And in fact, you have access to even the ones last year in 2022. Then there's also the pinned messages like the account size key, the student and member group chat, and much more. Now I also have the course, of course. The course doesn't just teach you my trading strategy, it also teaches you how to read the charts, because that's what I teach y'all. You saw I had no indicators, no trend lines. It's simply just market flow and trading and entering and exiting off key price levels. Now all the stuff that I just went over, you get access to all that stuff in the course channel. So that way, not only do you have the step-by-step playbook of how to look and read any chart at all times, but you have ongoing chart analysis, ongoing education for life. Now I also have one-on-one sessions. One-on-one sessions also comes with access to the advanced play signal room and the student member group chat. That way you can earn while you learn, but then you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded an hour long. But you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded and are an hour long, and they're sent to you the same day. Those are your for life. So if you're interested in that, hit those links in the description. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. Also make sure to follow me on there, and TikTok _playmakerway_. I post daily on both pages. And I'll see y'all next time I'm live or next time I post a video. Peace. We out.